Gentlemen, start your engine!
Drivers, start your engines!
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Remember what I told all my drivers? Reach up there and pull those belts tight one more time! Drivers, start your engines!
And gentlemen, start your engine!
And welcome back to another episode of the Green White Checkered Podcast. I am Andrew. I am joined with Shane as always. And I just want to say, I hope you all watched our show last week because we were right. We made a lot of money. So, Kyle Larson obviously ends up winning at Homestead, won the truck race, almost won the Xfinity, didn't, and then won the Cup race. So we said last week on the episode, follow Discord or Twitter. We'll be posting probably a parlay with Kyle Larson. We did. I posted one. It was Kyle Larson, Texas A&M. Hold on. I already lost it. Texas A&M spread and Drake spread. First night of the March Madness. So, or what was it? Larson was plus 400 last week, and that took it up to plus 12 or 1725. So major difference, easy win. Then let's see. I had Dinger Priest Bubba top 10. That hit. I also parlayed it myself. Plus 2630. That hit. And then the main thing I said was Bubba and Busher at plus 5,000 for fastest lap. I said, bet it. It will eventually hit and it'll pay for itself. Well, guess what? It took 1 week and it hit. Bubba got the fastest lap. I mean, he looked good all day. I'll give it that. Let's see. You had Bubba top 5. Is that right?
No. Nope. I only had Hamlin and Christopher Bell top 5.
I thought you had Bubba for something too last week, but it was a good week. I made out like a bandit, that's for sure. And I think the books have kind of responded with Larson just probably destroying them money-wise. This week's a little rough for betting. We'll just say that ahead of time. We'll hop in some Homestead talk here. What did you think of the race overall? Anything surprise you?
Not really. I kind of felt like it was a typical Kyle Larson win. I feel like when he wins, he's such a good driver, but it's always a boring finish. You were thinking we were going to get a lot better finish, and then Bowman hit the wall. And it just, I don't know. It was almost a little awkward there, though. You saw like Jeff Gordon on the 48 pit box, and it seemed like he was almost a little disappointed that his other driver won the race.
Yeah, I think that's just because they know that Bowman doesn't have a lot of shots, whereas Larson probably has a lot of shots to win. That was another bet I had, was Bowman outright at plus 2,800. So I was like, yeah, it didn't hit, but we still bounced back with the other one. I was impressed with Bowman. He looked good. I am back on Bowman this week a little bit, but yeah, I don't know. Bowman and Bubba both kind of just shocked me a little bit. They were faster than I expected. Like, obviously, I saw Bowman as kind of a long shot, but Bubba, man, I thought he had a really good shot at winning it when on that late restart, he took the lead. It's like, oh, shit. It's like, he's going to do this. And he faded on the long run, but I don't know. I thought it was an overall okay race. It wasn't the exciting Homestead that we've gotten before, but I think it's the first race this season where it didn't come down to a late race restart or anything like that. It was a well played out race. I mean, I think that helped with the betting, right? Everything happened the way it should have instead of a Green White Checkered throwing everything out. Like, I can't remember if it was Daytona or Atlanta. Like, it was Atlanta with like on the Green White Checkered. If it didn't happen, I hit every single bet. And at the end of the race, I hit 0 bets. It was just like, what the fuck? It was just, I don't know. Watching it play out this week without any just chaos, it was nice. I'll give it that. I don't know. It was a boring Homestead race, though. It could be the Larson thing. I don't know. It just wasn't that exciting, Reddick around Blaney on the last lap, right? But it was a good race. I enjoyed it.
Another week of Ryan Blaney having engine trouble. What's going on with that? I mean, it seemed like he had the car to beat.
Does it seem fishy to you that the same car blows up twice? Like, these are supposedly like crate motors, and they just get it from the manufacturer, and all of a sudden one guy's blowing up multiple times. Like, is Penske getting into these engines? Do they have a way around NASCAR's, I don't know, man. It seems fishy to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's been, 2 times in the last 3 races? So,
yeah, and I mean, that was a major blow. That was a whole bottom end. Like, you don't see that often. It was, I don't know, man. Something seems fishy with me. That it's the same car, right? If it was like Logano or Cindric or Barry, whatever, but the same guy. He didn't look really good, but I don't know. What was that? It was towards the end of the race that he blew up.
Yeah, he had led 124 laps prior to that happening.
Yep. It was honestly between those 4 in my mind. It was Blaney, Larson, Bowman, and Bubba. I thought Blaney had a good shot, but I think Bubba, I don't know, man. It was different. Let me put it that way. Either way, it ends up Larson. I'm not surprised. Like, he almost won every race. He won the truck race after spinning early in the race. Xfinity just dominates all day, and then a green white checkered throws it away, and Allgaier gets it. Just, I don't know, man. I'm sure a lot of people had him parlayed for all 3 races and were very upset. But
yeah.
I was sitting there Saturday wondering why I didn't do it, and then I got kind of happy when it didn't happen.
Right.
But,
yeah. Well, outside of that, did anybody surprise you at Homestead? Like, maybe running worse than you expected?
Some of the Toyotas, like Reddick, was nowhere to be found. Like, he'd do some pit stop strategy or something and like gain a couple of spots, and you're like, okay, here we go. We're starting 5th. And next thing you know, you're falling outside the top 10. It's just like, what is going on? Especially when your teammate, I mean, Bubba's running better than you. It makes no sense to me. I don't know. I saw the Toyotas running better in my mind. I mean, Christopher Bell didn't do that great. He had a little glimmer of hope for a while, but I don't know. How about you? Anybody that surprised you?
Not really. I'm kind of in agreement with you. The Toyotas kind of were weird because you had several guys that were fast, but then you had guys you'd expect to be fast that weren't.
Yeah. Byron. I mean, you got 2 guys finish 1-2, and then you're way back. Elliott didn't look good either. I think he had a little bit of like early speed, but just seemed to fall off. I don't know. It was just one of those days that, I don't know, they just looked off.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen like surprising speed out of Hamlin yet this year, and that's kind of shocking to me.
You haven't seen speed, you're saying?
Not the Hamlin speed that I guess I'm used to. Like, I haven't sat there and gone, oh yeah, he's winning this race at all.
Right.
And
yeah,
that's just, I don't know, different, I guess. Surprising so far. I kind of expected it to happen by now. And, one of the last 2 races, I expected him to really show up. I think 2 races ago, I said that this is it, and it didn't happen. So, yeah, I don't know yet.
Yep, we'll see. Going to a new type of track for the first time this year.
Yeah, short track.
So we'll see if that changes some things up.
And he's been good there. So, I mean, it's possible. It really is. I don't know, man. Something's got to happen. It's kind of all the Toyotas, though, besides for Christopher Bell.
Yeah.
Well, there's another Toyota that I kind of am interested in this week, but I don't know if I'm going to go for it. I guess, do we have anything else for Homestead?
I don't think so. And what was pretty boring race.
Yeah,
I don't think
it was
there's
just
much more to cover.
a basic race. So, okay. Not much news. We saw 2311 and FRM ask for the courts to dismiss the counterclaim against him. I mean, it's going to happen. NASCAR's claim was just, it was made up on some crap. I can't remember the website that they quoted, but it's like it's not a good website. It's like all AI made stuff and just very bad reporting. So I think it will get dropped. I'm just interested to see how that ends up altogether. It's been going on for so long. NASCAR.
You know, everyone wants that process to be over with.
Yeah, 100%. Everybody involved too. Like, I'm sure NASCAR just wants to be done. You know, Denny and Jordan and Bob Jenkins, they're all ready for it to be done. I don't know. I think they're going to win it. I don't think NASCAR has much to stand on, but we'll see. It'll be coming soon is my guess. That or they'll draw it over. I don't know. Courts are weird. All right. Let's hop into Martinsville.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we're getting there quick this week. Short track, first one of the season, like you said. I mean, we got some good short track racers coming, and you know, you got your Byrons. I mean, Bowman runs pretty well. Hamlin runs pretty well. We've seen Blaney run well here. Who do you think is going to take the big step this week at Martinsville?
Well, we just talked about it. I'm calling it. This is the race that Hamlin has that speed.
Oh, going Hamlin.
Yep.
Okay. Why do you like Hamlin? You just think it's going to be his bounce back race?
Yeah, I think it's going to be his bounce back race. He's from Virginia. And he's had success here before. So I don't know. I like Hamlin. I think it's one of those things where we felt like Larson was due. He was. He proved it. I think Hamlin's due.
Yep. He's got the most stage wins in this next gen car at Martinsville. He just hasn't been able to pull off the wins. 4 top 5s, 4 top 10s. He runs well. What's his average finish? 9.3. So just can't finish it. Does he have the most laps led? No.
Second
behind Chase Elliott. Okay. Yeah, I don't mind the pick. What is his odds this week?
I think it's
plus 650.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't mind it. I'm not going that route myself. I'm going William Byron at plus 700. We saw him win Daytona, and since then it's kind of I guess we saw it Coda, he was up there too. But I don't know. I think he's due for some speed also. And we didn't see it last week. I think this was a good shot. I mean, we've seen him win twice at Martinsville in the next gen car. I think it's a good chance. He's going to be up there. So that's my outright favorite for this week. I do have a long shot again, and it's going to be the same driver at the same odds, Alex Bowman. It's going to happen. Like, he's been really good this season, and I don't know. I mean, the books definitely haven't caught on to it yet. The points, I don't have the points up right now, but I feel like he's got to be up there, right?
Yeah, I can pull him up real quick.
mean, he's third.
Third. Yep.
So, Jesus
Got
Christ.
5 top
Hendrick.
10s.
Yeah, 5 top 10s. That's crazy. 6 races, 5 top 10s. So, very consistent. What's he got for top? Oh, that's his only top 5?
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I said last week, he's just inching closer and closer. And he finished second. So, if he inches closer, he's finishing first. And at plus 2,800, I'm back in. I mean, the other odds for these guys, I don't know if you're seeing it. It's awful this week. I think the books got destroyed by Larson, and they are just playing it safe. I mean, even like Chase Briscoe. It's like, the 19 car was usually good. Briscoe's pretty good at Martinsville. He's got to be, plus 2,000. No, plus 1,200. Like, I'm not doing that. He hasn't been good yet this season. I haven't been wowed. I haven't seen the speed. I haven't seen, anything come together for him. At plus 1,200, I'm off. Like, I don't know. Doesn't seem like good odds to me.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about Briscoe?
It's one of those things where on paper with Stuart Haas, you felt good about him, but he's really been disappointing this year in the new equipment. So it's one of those things where I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'll probably stay away from it, to be honest.
Yeah. So you picked Denny Hamlin outright with an average finish of 9.3. Chase Briscoe's actually got a better average finish at 8.7, and that was with Stuart Haas. So, I mean, theoretically, be like better team, better car, better results, right? I just don't see it yet. I know we were saying it, I think, after Atlanta, like, we need to see it from people, and that's just one of them I haven't. I want to see more, and I think he's a good driver, and we know it's a good car. It's just they got to mesh, and right now they're not meshing. So here's my thought on that. He's also really good, or been good, at Darlington. So if he runs well here, say, I don't know, I want to see top 8 from him. I'll be in at Darlington, right? But yeah, if he doesn't, say he finishes 15th, I'm out. I can't. I don't know. Just got to show something, man.
We do say that, but what did he finish this past week? He finished top 5, didn't he?
Did he really end up there?
Yeah, I think so. I think he might have got 3rd. I might be wrong.
No. Wait. I had the results up, and now I'm looking at the schedule.
4th.
Okay, yeah, good results. I didn't realize that.
It was kind of a quiet day for him. He didn't lead a lap, but he finished 4th. He was the only guy in the top 5. Finished top 5 without leading a lap.
Did he get any stage points? Doesn't look like it. Oh, never mind. Stage 1, he was 3rd. So, okay. I mean, maybe. I still don't like the odds at plus 1,200.
Yeah.
Like I said, I expected him to be more around 2,000. Give me that 20-1. I'd be interested in at least like maybe a top 10 or a top 5. But even then, I mean, top 10, he's minus 230. I'm not going near that. That's awful. Honestly,
Right.
Most of the top 10s this week are awful. But
yeah.
How about Josh Berry? How are you feeling about Josh Berry? We've seen him run really well. He's a short track racer. He's got plus 2,800 odds right there with Bowman, Cindric, and another guy, Ryan Preece, who I'm kind of interested in this week.
Yeah, I don't hate Barry. I don't hate that bet. I mean, going down like to his top 10s though, it's only at plus 110.
Yeah.
Still like, man.
Yeah, oh yeah, they killed the top 10s this week. Like I said, I parlayed some stuff last week and it was awesome. And I'm not sure if other people did it or what, but the odds are just awful this week. It was really like difficult to find a good bet in my mind. There are a few that I did catch, but man, it's just they tightened it up this week. Yeah, how about Ryan Preece? He's actually got the 10th best average finish at Martinsville. And again, you went from a Stuart Haas car to now an RFK car, which we saw Brad Keselowski actually run pretty well last year in. Could Preece finish top 10, top 5, possibly?
I mean, I could see it. What are the odds on that? On top 10 for Ryan Preece?
10, Ryan
110.
Preece, 110. Oh my God, it's awful.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh man, I was hoping at least 150. Oh man.
Right.
I did see like a little disparity on guys that I could see like finishing just inside the top 10, possibly. And that would be guys like Austin Dillon, who surprisingly okay at Martinsville. Eric Jones, maybe at plus 700. Oh yeah, Austin Dillon's at plus 400. And Dinger plus 700. I was like, maybe. But other than that, it's just, I don't know.
I have
What did I write down? Oh, Bowman. I had Bowman at even odds at top 10.
Yeah, I don't hate that one. What do you think about SVG at plus 500? He finished 12th last year.
I know. I did
he
see
ran
it. I was like,
really good. Remember how good he ran at the Clash?
Yeah.
He started 29th last year, finished 12th. I mean, at plus 500.
We need like a new name for this bet. We just picked this random bet that is just so out there, but it could hit. And we just need to do one every week because this is one, right? Like I did see it. Like I saw his average finish is 14th because he finished in his one race 14th.
12th.
12th. Is that what it is?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah. 12th. I don't hate it at plus 700, you said? 500.
500.
I don't hate it. I don't. I'll tell you one thing he's really good at, and that's braking, because that's what road course guys do, is they brake really well. Okay, that's what you do at Martinsville. It's throttle brake. Like, sure, plus 500. I'd take a very risky shot, low bet on it, like quarter unit, something. That's a fun bet, if anything, right? Watch the race, cheer for him. I mean, you kind of go into it knowing it's not like high probability of winning. But I don't know. For all we know, he goes out there and qualifies on the pole, right? That'd be something.
That would be.
You got any top 5s, top 10s that you're liking?
This is such a tough week. Nothing really stands out. I mean, I don't hate Bubba Wallace at plus 110. Top 10.
I'm surprised Bubba's so good at Martinsville. He's run a lot better than I would have thought. 3 top 10s in the last 6 races.
Average finish of 11th.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Led 6 laps. I don't recall those, but good for him. Yeah, I don't hate it. Would you say it was plus 110?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if he sneaks into the back end there, it's worth it. Again, 3 top 10s out of 6, so 50-50 shot as it statistically right now. Okay. Like, how is Briscoe not in that range? Right? No. I don't understand the odds for Briscoe this week.
I don't know. And like, I mean, even someone like Kyle Busch is minus 115, top 10. And he's been pretty awful in the next gen car at Martinsville. Like, What is that? Is that just name brand that they're giving him respect there?
I think so. So one of the guys that I've been kind of high on this year and bet in the top 10 is Chris Buescher's plus 140. Not great at Martinsville though. He's got one top 10. He's had 14th, 15th, 15th. I mean, he's kind of right there, but I don't know. I wouldn't bet that. I mean, I'm not going Barry. How about Brad? I mean, that's not good odds. Minus or plus 110 for Brad Keselowski. Ryan Preece is the same. I don't know. I don't love it. I mean, Ty Gibbs is plus 160.
Yeah.
Ty freaking Gibbs.
I don't get that one. He was good in Xfinity at Martinsville, but
He was good, period, in Xfinity just because he had the best car out there. And now I don't know. I expect a lot more in Cup from Ty Gibbs, and it's just not materializing.
no, it was what? He started off last year pretty good, the first quarter of the season, and then it was just
Yeah, I kept saying last year it was going to be his week, and it just never came to fruition. And then this year, it's just been bad from the get-go. So, I don't know. Something's got to change there. They did just change crew chiefs, though, didn't they? Like a couple weeks ago? I thought I heard they did. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just talking bullshit, but I don't know. Something's got to change. I think he is an okay driver. He's very young, though. But so are a couple of these other guys that are going out there and running really well.
yeah. Going back to the beginning of the year, you had that who's going to get their first win first out of Ty Gibbs and Carson Hocevar. I thought Gibbs. Now I'm almost totally opposite.
Yeah, it's definitely looking that way. I mean, Carson's looked okay. Someday Gibbs will do something, or he'll end up like JD Gibbs and race some races and then disappear and run the teams. We saw him get control of the 54 Xfinity car this year with is that Taylor or Tanner Gray? One of the Grays. And I don't know, maybe that's the way he's going. He's just going to be a team owner here in a year or two. I don't know. I don't know if I see that. I think he's talented. I really do, but we shall see. How about Burt Myers? There's a Bowman gray name for you.
Huh.
Don't bet Burt. Please don't bet Burt. It won't happen.
Yeah,
How about
isn't Casey Mears coming back this week, huh?
Is that this week?
I
He's
think
trying
so.
to get what, 500 starts or something like that?
Yeah, I believe Casey Mears is coming back at Martinsville.
Really? Well, you can't bet him. So
Yeah,
I'll say that. I do have the entry list right here.
It might be Darlington.
See, I was thinking it was Darlington. Yeah. I don't see him on the entry list, so it must be Darlington.
It says on NASCAR's homepage, Cup Series entry list for Martinsville. Casey Mears set to return.
MBM. Really? Why is he not on the list then? Oh, it's to be announced. How is it to be announced if it's announced? Okay. So he's in the 66 car. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sure. Cool to see him on the track. Don't bet any money on him. It won't go well for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I got nothing else there. You want to go into some head-to-heads, and then we'll get into some driver props?
Yeah, sounds good.
We actually got a couple more head-to-heads this week. I honestly kind of shocked. So, Cindric versus Bowman, both minus 115.
I like Bowman there.
I'm going Bowman. Honestly, that's a good bet in my mind. Bowman runs well at Martinsville, and Cindric. So, Elliott minus 125 versus Logano minus 105.
I'm not touching this one. This is a tough one for me.
No, not touching it. I mean, if I had to, it'd be on Elliott, I think. But I don't know. I probably would be off. I wouldn't bet this one just because I don't know. There's not a huge disparity there. How about Chastain minus 125 versus Kyle Busch minus 105?
I think Chastain's the bet here.
Yeah, I agree. Like you said, Kyle Busch not good in this car. So I would go Chastain. Kyle Larson minus 110 versus Blaney minus 120.
It's hard to go against Ryan Blaney at Martinsville.
I know.
It's very hard.
I will say this is a coin flip for me, though. Like, it could go either way. I probably would not bet this. Actually, I know I wouldn't bet this. So, Byron and Hamlin, or Byron versus Hamlin, minus 115.
Well, we know where we're both going on this one because this is our two winners.
Yeah.
But this is another one that if I wasn't betting Hamlin to win, I don't think I'd touch. This is a coin flip.
Yeah, this one's pretty close. Bell versus Briscoe. Bell at minus 125, Briscoe minus 105.
Well, Briscoe's had the better finishes, but Bell has led a lot of laps.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's another one I don't think I'm touching.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it. I think if I had to lean a certain way, I would be going probably Bell, I think. Just haven't seen Briscoe. I don't know. I guess he had a good result last week. I don't know. Sure. What was it last week? Was it Dinger versus Hocevar where we're both like, or no, it was Hamlin versus Blaney. That's what it was. And we're like, Hamlin, just because of the positive odds, we would have won because Blaney blew up. So, and then I know we were on Dinger versus Hocevar, Dinger at plus odds, that one. So cool. Yeah, we did well last week. And I think this week it's going to be pretty straightforward. I don't know. If I had to bet him, definitely pick the Bowman over Cindric and Chastain over Kyle Busch. Those would be my two that I'd bet. Okay. Do you got anything else? Got any group winners? Anything like that? I had one that was interesting to me. And that would be Group B. Chase Briscoe's plus 350. Highest odds in Group B. But he's with Byron, Logano, and Bell.
I mean,
that one's a tough one. Like,
it is a tough one. I mean, it's good odds. It's good odds for sure. But that's a really good group.
It is. That's a hard one. How about Group C? Chastain, Kyle Busch, Bowman, Cindric.
Chastain, Bowman, Cindric, and Kyle Busch.
Yep.
I gotta think you go Bowman or Chastain there.
Yeah, I personally have Bowman. That'll be one of my bets at plus 260. I like it. I think in that group, Chastain, his numbers there are inflated because you had the Hail Melon, right? Where he gained 6 spots just because he rode the wall. He can't do that again. So I don't see that happening. Cindric, I'm just not high on Cindric at all. Kyle Busch struggles. Bowman's run really well this year. I mean, he ran really well last year before his injury. I think he was leading the points. So I'm in on Bowman at plus 260 for that group. I didn't really like any of the other ones. How about Priest, Barry, Wallace, Kozlowski?
I think I like Bubba there.
Yeah, Bubba's plus 260 also. I just noticed it. All 4 of them are plus 260 in that group. I don't know, man. Like, I like the Bubba. I like the Priest at plus. Well, they're all plus 260. It's such a weird group. I've never seen them all the same. Okay. Yeah, I think I'd go Bubba. Group A, I'm just staying off of. It's all the really good fast guys. So you got a 25% shot there. Anything else you're liking?
What do you think about winning manufacturer?
Mm. Are you going Toyota for the odds?
I was thinking Ford.
Really?
Yeah, I
Plus
mean,
180?
Penske has had an average finish of 8.8 in the next gen at Martinsville. And obviously they're not there no more, but Stuart Haas ran better than Gibbs or 2311.
Okay. Let's see. We've had 6 races here. 2 Ford wins with Blaney. 3 Chevys, 2 with William Byron, 1 with Larson, and then 1 Toyota with Bell. So, okay. I don't know. This is one where I'm not loving any of them. I can see your reasoning for Ford. But the plus 180, I mean, you got a 1 in 3 shot. They're, like you said, they're quick there already. Yeah, it's not an awful bet at all. I don't know. I'd say go for it. One thing that I was looking at, so our fastest lap, it did hit last week. Bubba Wallace is not plus 5,000 anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Busher's still there. And there's a couple other guys still down there now that got added. But I don't really love anything here. But what I am thinking, most fastest laps, I'm going to go with Byron. If he can get out front, I think that's what it's going to be, right? Whoever gets out front is going to run the most fastest laps. Plain and simple. If the odds don't change after qualifying, you can get on whoever qualified on pole, and it's, really good odds. Do it. I'm telling you right now. Get that. Well, unless if it's like somebody really bad, like if Cody Ware goes out and gets the pole somehow, don't bet that. But yeah, I'm going with my guy that I think is going to win the race and get the most laps, and that's William Byron at plus 1,200. So, yeah. I will say Hamlin, though, at plus 450, that kind of is shocking. Like the first 4 guys are just, well, first 3, it's 450, 450, 500, and then 800 with Elliott. So, are we hating too much on Elliott this week? He runs pretty good at Martinsville, doesn't he?
He does. He just hasn't been good
Yeah,
the last few weeks.
I know.
He did run really good at the Clash, though.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't hate Elliott in this race.
Yeah, I think I don't think the odds are where his performance has been, though. That's where most of these are, though, this week. It's rough. It really is. They just...
I think Chase Elliott also kind of gets just a lot of casual bettors just put money on him every week, and it just brings his
most
number.
popular driver.
Yep.
Chase Elliott. Yeah, I don't disagree there. 100% could be the reason. He's what, 4th highest odds, plus 650 to outright. I don't see it. He's one of the guys in my mind, he should be like plus 1,200, whereas Briscoe should be like plus 2,000, maybe 1,800. So yeah, it's a rough week. I think, like I said, Larson destroyed all the books. They're playing it safe this week. And as the bettors, we kind of struggle here. So yeah. You got anything else? Anything catching your eye?
Not really. It's one of those things where we're kind of reverting back because it's the first short track we've seen outside of the Clash, but that's not even really a regular track. So I think it's one of those things, watch and see, and you can make more educated bets down the season a little bit.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I think, just play it safe this week. That's what I would do. It's not Daytona, but it's just rough with the odds. Maybe after qualifying, some things pop up. That's where you join our Discord. If we see something, we'll put it there. and follow us on Twitter. We both got our, at Picks by Fitz and at Shane Johnson 22. Well, _22. Yeah. I got nothing else for this week. I will say next week, I think we go over the Darlington throwbacks because there are a lot of good ones this year.
Oh, they're awesome.
Except
awesome.
Chase Elliott's is awful. Like one of the worst throwbacks I've ever seen.
It doesn't even look the same.
No.
Like, I don't know what they were doing.
Like, I literally was like, what is that supposed to be? And then, like, somebody in the comments said, oh, it's, what is it? Ken Schrader car. I'm like, really? Like, I don't see it. And then I looked up the pictures. Like, I still don't see it. I mean, even the colors don't look like they match to me. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't get it. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Yeah. So we'll go over all those next week. I think we'll do something fun with it.
I know we're gonna dive into that completely next week, but seeing Terry Labonte and Kyle Larson today was
dude.
That got me excited. Yeah,
I mean, I love that Kyle keeps doing the Terry throwbacks because they look amazing. Like Terry's always had great looking cars. Like the Kellogg's car, amazing. This car, amazing. There's some good ones. What's the other one? The Xfinity driver. Crap, what's his name? He got in trouble because he pushed a Ford to win at Daytona. Retzloff, Kyle Retzloff in the 4 car. It's an old Kodiak number 4 throwback yellow. Oh, dude, love it. So yeah, we'll definitely do something for that next week. A lot of good ones to go over. Hopefully we'll have a small winning slate this week. Like I said, join our Discord. I'll put a link at the bottom of the YouTube video. And if you want it on Twitter or whatever, just message us. I'll send it to you. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to call it for the week. See ya.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.